From a Republican point of view, mail-in balloting is a nightmare for us. The post office is now the new election center. It's the wild, wild west when it comes to mail-in balloting. Everything we worried about has come true. So if we don't fight back in 2020, we're never going to win again presidentially. A lot's at stake here.
You had a conversation with Lindsey Graham that grabbed a lot of headlines because you went on the record saying that it was your understanding that he was asking you to throw away valid legal ballots if there was inconsistencies in signatures in some of those counties where there was high frequency of that.
Another day, another Trump co-conspirator trying to advance a coup. And this time, the alleged culprit is none other than the senator from South Carolina, Mr. Lindsey Graham. I'm attorney Adrienne Lawrence, and this is Overruled. Welcome to TYT Overruled, where you get to be the judge. Now, our case for today, well, it deals with whether Senator Lindsey Graham's most recent antics regarding the 2020 presidential election actually break the law. So here are the three things that you need to know. First, Lindsey Graham reportedly asked if the Georgia Secretary of State could throw out the mail-in ballots with signature mismatch issues. Here's the backstory. On Monday, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who is a Republican, told the Washington Post that Graham asked him if he could throw out all mail-in ballots from counties with high rates of signature mismatch. Now, signature mismatch disproportionately affects racial minorities, who, as we know, tend to lean Democratic. So the thing is with that is that there's a federal court order out there that says Georgia is required to let voters with mismatched signatures cure the defects. So Graham is effectively advocating for these totally legit, legally cast ballots of people of color to be thrown out. Now, of course, Graham says that he didn't say this.
No, it's up to the people of Georgia. And I think I have every right in the world to reach out and say, how does it work? And that's what I did. It's really, I thought, a pretty good conversation. So,
I mean, he thinks it was an implicit threat by what you were saying.
I categorically reject that. That wasn't my intent, and that wasn't the purpose of the conversation, to throw out ballots.
But as we know, Graham is not the most trustworthy person out there.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. Why don't you ask me, is he a racist?
Do you think that he is a racist?
Absolutely not.
Second, assuming Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is telling the truth and Lindsey Graham is lying, were Graham's actions illegal? Yes, he would have committed several crimes. Under Georgia law, for example, it's illegal to destroy a ballot. So attempting to do so or conspiring to do so also are crimes. It's also a crime to try to interfere with an election official's performance of their duties, which is exactly what Graham has been accused of doing by trying to recruit Raffensperger to destroy the ballots. It's also a crime to falsify records or documents related to an election. There are just so many crimes out there that Graham may have committed, and they range from misdemeanors to felonies carrying up to 3 years in prison. There's also probably federal laws that he violated. But the question is, will anyone do anything about it? And that brings me to my third point. Third, a complaint was filed earlier this week with the Senate Ethics Committee, urging an investigation into Lindsey Graham's conversation with the Georgia Secretary of State. Now, this complaint was signed by a range of people, from Walter Schaub, who was the former director of the Office of Government Ethics under Obama and Trump, Claire Finkelstein, who's the faculty director for the Center of Ethics and the Rule of Law at the University of Pennsylvania, and Richard Painter, who served as former President George W. Bush's chief ethics lawyer. Now, the Senate Ethics Committee is limited to 6 members, split half between Dems and Republicans. This means that effectively either party can veto any action taken by the committee. So it'll be really interesting if the Senate Ethics Committee decides to actually investigate this matter. That's it. Those are the 3 things that you may want to know about Senator Lindsey Graham's alleged attempt to get Georgia ballots tossed. So do you think that Graham made the alleged statements to the Georgia Secretary of State? And if he did, do you think that the Senate Ethics Committee will actually investigate the matter and maybe even do something about it? Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Also hit me up on Twitter using hashtag TYT Overruled. And hey, follow us for more. Thanks for watching and catch you next time.